Welcome to a free agency edition of TW Sports Talk, everybody, right here on the YouTube channel. We're coming off of obviously a very eventful free agency for the Philadelphia Eagles. Reshaping the team, obviously, is Chip Kelly, especially the offense. And I guess we're gonna, since we haven't done, a TW Sports Talk since this, after the Super Bowl, I guess we'll really, we'll really go through everything here. I guess that we can think of with the moves the Eagles make as we. Next stop is the draft,
and not make.
Yeah, it didn't make. So
and will not make.
Will not make. Yes. So without further ado, things kind of started off with them. I guess a few weeks ago. Cutting some of the older players, I guess. Amongst them,
yes.
Kerry Williams, Trent Cole, Todd Herremans.
Yep.
Some guys that were getting up there in age. So
Herriman got signed quickly by the Colts. Williams quickly signed by the Seahawks, and was it Cole also signed by the Colts too?
I'm not sure. Maybe he was signed by the Colts as well.
Yeah, the Colts really had a solid free agent market.
Yeah.
Got Andre Johnson and Frank.
Yeah.
I mean, they're really relying a lot on veterans next year. It sounds like.
Yeah.
See, the Bills also had a solid free agency. They got Percy Harvin and now Clay, who's a tight end. I mean, and then of course LaShawn McCoy in the backfield and C.J. Spillard wide out. The only problem is I doubt Matt Castle could help him out a lot. Quarterback. That's about it.
Offensive line situation. Yeah.
But they are making moves there, and
Yeah. So, as far as the big moves that the Eagles made, though, I mean, I guess where do we start with those? As far as
I don't know. I guess the McCoy thing, which when I first heard about
that was the first.
I thought it was a prank.
Yeah,
I thought it was just some strange rumor in that.
On ESPN, breaking news: Eagles trade LaShawn McCoy.
And then the guy we got, I mean,
Kiko Alonso.
Yeah.
He was obviously a guy that coming off an ACL injury. Missing all of last season
from Oregon University,
right? Of course, yeah. Although he did have a pretty. It was weird. I didn't really know much about him, but 2 years, before he tore his ACL, he had a really good rookie year.
Before he tore his ACL.
Yeah. So I guess it becomes a question. Another Sam Bradford kind of question.
One of the things I don't get about some Eagle fans out there is and maybe you can explain this to me, Tyler, is why do people all of a sudden look at LaShawn McCoy as a disappointment?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say he was a.
He was a top 5 rusher last year.
Yeah, and the thing was too, he was actually put more to use in Chip Kelly's offense, I guess you could say.
Because when I heard this traded, I've seen some people on Facebook going, great, he did nothing last year. I'm like, he was a top 5 rusher. He was a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, he was still a top 5 rusher. Yeah.
I mean, I don't get people saying this here. It's like, I mean, I also don't get people all of a sudden they're like, so what made Darren Sproles all of a sudden the better running back in some of these people's minds here?
Yeah.
Because I remember last year he had one good game at running back, and it was week 2.
And it was on a few carries too. It wasn't. There's only so much.
Against one of the worst defenses in the league.
Yeah, there's only so much use out of Darren Sproles. I guess you can get.
He's gonna be 32 next year. So I don't.
His rushing average, obviously.
I'm not figuring out some fans here why all of a sudden McCoy was a bad back, Sproles was a better back. I'm like, did you see the stats? Did you see the number of carries? Because clearly
Sproles can't carry. Yeah, he can't carry the ball as much.
And guess what? Guess what? With the way the running back depth chart is right now, he's going to be a third stringer.
Yeah.
His only time he's going to be seeing the ball a lot is special teams.
Yeah, that's
both of the carries is going to come from Matthews and Murray, unless one of those guys gets hurt.
Right.
Sproles is going to be a special teams guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I don't want to hear this. I don't understand why people are saying Sproles was clearly the better back and running back in that. I don't understand. I mean, I don't know. What I heard it from this Mitch Lambert guy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you did nothing to argue with this guy. It was just, yeah.
I think what he meant was what he meant was that in the limited play that he got, that was the thing. Because LaShawn McCoy's, I guess, was
the only times I saw this guy make any big plays offense was week 2. And the question all the experts were saying was, okay, that's great. He can do this early in the season. Can he keep making plays down the stretch? Because I don't care what anybody says. He's a young 31. that body can only take so much at
Yeah.
certain ages in that
Yeah.
for 17.
Well, I remember.
17 weeks.
I mean, I remember other games too. Like
Yeah.
in his limited use, like the Texans, for instance. I remember that game in the I think that was more in the passing game though. Like he was getting some screen passes, and he was getting some key like third downs and everything. But there's only so much you can get out of that.
It's probably
as a phone
it's probably
rings.
my mom with the grocery list.
Yeah.
Because look, snow's coming tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean,
and like anybody else,
Yeah.
everybody's losing their damn mind over it. So
Right. 3 to 6 inches they're calling for.
yeah,
So.
on the first day of spring of all things.
Yeah, of all things. Yeah.
First day of spring. So
Yeah.
that's probably the last ring. So we'll
Yeah.
just keep going. So I don't know. I don't get the Eagles there too. And once again here, that was the first time I heard the word genius move by Chip Kelly. The word
Sean
genius and Chip Kelly were thrown in for the first time here. I mean, the Philly media said trade made sense. The money. That's all it came down to was money, apparently.
Yeah, well, apparently they asked LaShawn McCoy to take a pay if he was willing to take a pay
Well, I don't know. It's like brought up the whole Randall Cobb took a pay cut in
Yeah.
Green Bay, and it's like why
varies.
why can't LaShawn take a pay cut? It's like none of these guys want to take a pay cut.
Yeah.
That's like asking Byron Maxwell. We're going to take a pay cut and stay with Seattle. He didn't want to.
Yeah.
What the team with the most money?
Right.
So I don't understand how the media could shoot down McCoy for taking the money and praise Maxwell for taking. I guess because one signed with the Eagles and one left the Eagles. I guess that's really what it comes down to when it comes to comparing those two. But I guess we could say Byron Maxwell was the next big pickup they did.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, getting him for about $10 million. I mean, obviously, after getting rid of Kerry Williams, I guess you had to figure they're going to try to, go out on the market, get some free agent cornerbacks.
Now, Now, obviously, Pete Carroll, as soon as it happened, there it didn't take too long for Seattle to sign Kerry Williams. Do you think maybe that
was yeah?
Do you think maybe that's maybe Pete Carroll trying to say, Kerry Williams would be a decent cornerback under our defense, while the Eagles just wasted money on Maxwell, who will just fade in the Eagles defense pretty much.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't totally know, but I think it's funny too because Bill Belichick, of course, they signed
Bradley Fletcher. Same logic, probably too. Dude, it's like the guy was a bad. Just it was the defense he was on.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you could say that because people would say all season long the front seven sometimes bailed out the secondary, and I mean I could kind of see that. And I know like a guy like Byron Maxwell because people don't want to throw to Richard Sherman's side of the field.
The guy had two interceptions last year, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, obviously it puts more pressure on Byron Maxwell. Over
Well, it's his defense pretty much now. So
now
he's not. Yeah. So he doesn't, and his supporting cast is not really as strong in this defense as it was with Seattle. So he's gonna have a lot more work to do. So we should see how he handles it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Darrelle Revis played for Tampa Bay for a season. It didn't really help their defense one bit. Yeah. So I mean, one guy or two guys in the backfield is not going to save a defense entirely.
Yeah. Well, no, but definitely the front seven is at least decent, I would say. So I mean, it could help out the.
Well, I mean, they restructured Barwin's contract and so on. So I mean, but like I said, they lose Trent Cole, lost the veteran there, so they got to fill that in. Yeah, I mean, there's still spots, is what I'm saying, Tyler. And trying to fill them up with rookies, they could be just as dangerous as putting a veteran in there too. Sometimes, I think the next big thing was Todd Thurman.
Yeah,
was the other corner. It looks like
Walter Thurman from the. Yeah.
Well, Todd Thurman. Walter Thurman. Also from Seattle as well.
A couple years. He was on the Super Bowl team, and then he was in the
played for New York. I mean, the injuries are a key thing that people got to pay attention to. I think. Oregon was also a key thing people paid attention to as well. Would you say these are probably the starting corners next year unless something happens during training camp?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, because other than that, I mean,
I guess the fact that they played with each other kind of maybe helps them out a little bit.
Yeah, that's one thing. And I don't think they have anybody better than them now. I mean, they had like Brandon Boykin, but he was like a nickel corner.
Yeah. I think Boykin got signed by the Raiders. Is he still on? Who am I thinking?
No, the Raiders.
Nate Allen. Nate Allen got signed by the Raiders. Getting all these guys confused. Because all these guys are really meaningless. A lot of these guys were kind of disappointment in that field. But no, Nate Allen got signed by the Raiders for a lot of money too.
It was like $4.5 million or something.
I was shocked by how much they gave the guy.
Yeah,
but I guess Oakland needs something on that defense next year. So there was that. I think the next big shocker was they didn't sign Jeremy Maclin.
Yeah. I guess now things kind of shift over to the back to offense now.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about free agency, all the signing was on the defense. All the cuts were into the offense, pretty much. The big ones.
And then
Jerry Maclin going back to play with Andy Reid in Kansas City.
His home Missouri.
Well, yeah, he played at Missouri University in college, so so he's kind of a hometown boy. So they had 0 receivers get a touchdown last year, so he can only
have that outrageous.
It's
be a help. I mean,
it's going to help him out. It's a coach he's worked with in the past. I think it was a good deal. I was just shocked at the fact that the Eagles would not give him at least $11 million.
Yeah.
What I heard was Maclin wanted $11 million, and Philly was only willing to give him $9 million. Yeah. I'm just saying that's what I was hearing. Yeah. It was only a $2 million difference. I'm shocked that there wasn't a chance to try to be in the middle somewhere.
Right. Yeah.
And maybe there was. Who knows? But what the McCoy thing shocked me. The Maclin thing just pissed me off pretty much to the point where I'm like, and yet all I heard from the Philly media was Chip is such a genius.
The Colin
the
doctor,
the doctor at work here. Well, Macklin's not a star of He's not Deshaun Jackson.
Close,
He's not Deshaun, but he was the leading receiver on his team last year.
And now we're left, at least right now, unless they see what they do. But we got Riley Cooper and Josh Huff on the outside now. So.
And of course, that's made Stephen A. Smith make comments then on First Take. You commented on it there. You disagree. I kind of can see where he's coming from.
I can. There's a perception out there. I mean, there's an interesting.
Well, first of all, let's get one thing straight here too. He was not talking about race. I think that was the first mistake a lot of people made here. He's talking about culture because that's all you. That's all you hear about Chip Kelly. Yeah. He's the right culture. Okay, well, Deshaun Jackson was your top receiver. You let him go. Jerry Maclin was your top receiver. You let him go. He actually flew like LeSean McCoy. He flew Nick Foles in there too in that because he said at one point the guy had 27 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So he was this top QB. You let him go. But you keep Riley Cooper. Now he did say when he reiterated, I think on the second show, because there was the initial comments, the feedback, and then it was his response to said comments, and I think he went on the Mike Missinelli show too, and that. Yeah. And even he reiterated, he's not talking about race, he's talking about culture. Yeah. And I think all we're trying to say is, what's Chip saying when you're not his guy? What makes Riley Cooper more of his guy than a Jerry Maclin, Deshaun? Yeah. And then once again, he brought up more. It was. I kind of see what people got race involved in that there too. But I kind of see what he meant by culture, because even what makes Sam Bradford more of a Chip Kelly guy than Nick Foles?
Yeah.
I
don't think that culture is an issue. I think it's more of like a skill set preference thing, I guess you could say.
Okay. Deshaun Jackson has one of the best seasons of his career. In this offense. You're saying that's not skillful enough?
Well, that's that and money, I guess.
That's the thing there, too. It's like, if you go down the money now, is Chip saying he doesn't want to hire expensive guys?
Not money alone.
He wants to go cheap? He wants to go cheap? Is what he's saying.
I'm just saying it's a factor.
Look, the fact that all these guys had a personality, does Chip not want guys with personality on the team? Because like I said, when I heard Kerry Williams got signed by Seattle, I'm like, he fits right into that locker room. He's got a personality.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll encourages those guys to express themselves in the locker room there. He does not tell Richard Sherman to shut up and so on.
Well, sure. Yeah, I mean, they back it up with really good play. That's the thing.
Yeah, but like I said, they trash talking that.
Which they back which is they can back it up.
It's almost like let's talk about some of the drinking the Kool-Aid before this even started here. A lot of people thought we were going to sign Devin McCourty, Byron Maxwell, and Darrelle Revis all in the same free agency there. And I knew Maxwell was the only one as a lock. I was pretty sure Revis was either going to stay he was going to stay in New England, or he was going to go probably to the Jets, because they were trying to offer him a shit ton of money probably. Sure enough, that team went to the Jets. Yeah. And McCourty, I figured, well, if they don't sign Revis or any other, they're going to keep McCourty, because McCourty's like one of the only good guys left in that defense then. Yeah. So he's going to get his money. So it's just, I heard all this, I'm just like,
They're not going to. Yeah, I mean,
but it's just I don't understand Chip. What does Chip mean when you don't fit his culture?
Yeah,
once again, we're talking about a guy who barely says anything to the media there. So it's
yeah, exactly.
It's not tough to read the guy.
It leaves us wondering.
I mean, like, keep in mind, Stephen A. Smith. There was some analyst that came out and defended the guy and said, "Look, I talked to play guys in the locker room, and there's a lot of brothers that don't feel comfortable in that locker room now."
Yeah, I mean, it brought up an interesting issue.
Well, because like I said, the rumors were coming off. The rumors were coming off. A lot of these guys got cut because they weren't settled on Saturday practice.
Yeah.
So, what do you say to the locker room? If you bitch on Saturday practice, you're gone?
Yeah, I mean...
once again, I had this argument when you and Kerry Williams initially spoke out, and it was Kerry being Kerry.
Yeah.
It's like, I look at it this way. All these guys, this is a job for them. It's money on the table for their family. Yeah. So, not a lot of these guys are going to speak out unless they want out. And I think Kerry Williams, when he spoke out, was pretty much saying, "I want out of here." And if nobody's going to say anything about how this locker room really feels about this coach, possibly, I will. Because at the end of the day, I don't care if I get cut. Yeah. I'll get picked up by somebody else immediately.
Yeah,
because I know what my talent is. Yeah. I know what I'm worth.
At the same time, there were other guys that spoke about it, and they didn't.
I'm just saying, Sean McCoy seemed very happy to be out of Philly. It seemed Nick Foles supposedly was ecstatic to be in St. Louis. There, it feels like this locker room got very deteriorating. It was slightly deteriorating behind the scenes that maybe
amongst some of these major players that were let go.
Tyler, it's tough for an offensive lineman who's a backup to speak out when there's not a whole lot of. That's what I'm saying here too. Certain guys that spoke out were top guys, but also guys that knew they got cut. They get a paycheck somewhere else immediately. It's tough for the rest of the locker room to speak up publicly to the media that there's issues behind the scenes when they know, if I get cut, I'm screwed. I got to go work at a car dealership probably, or some other mediocre job because my football career is probably over.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that sounds bloodthirsty to Chip, but that's the reality of professional athletes. Sometimes is that it's either this or bust for some of these guys here. So, Kerry Williams, I think the fact that McCoy took to Twitter pretty fast when he heard the news and he wasn't happy. Deshaun Jackson even took to Twitter when he heard that McCoy got traded, and he was pretty much coming out and saying, "Don't look at me," I mean, the circus is clearly in town here. Now we'll get to the Tim Tebow stuff when it comes to circuses later on, but it's just I hear all this stuff. I hear the stories last year with Kerry Williams and that, and you see these moves here, and it's just like, I don't know. Does Chip really have a locker room support here?
Yeah, I don't know. It remains to be seen.
Because if you were a coach and you had Deshaun Jackson, Jeremy Maclin, I can't really say Nick Foles, he was a backup at the time, but LeSean McCoy, would you just say, "Oh yeah, sure, I'm gonna cut him"?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try to work with them. I'm not gonna try to find cohesive unity here. Yeah. I'm gonna cut him. And I'm just going to find some other guys then. Just going to plug it out. I mean, look, once again, I think this also proved that Chip is very high on a system and can fit feels he can fit anybody in that system. And nothing will change. Nothing's going to change with the system. Yeah. He's that confident in the system over talent, I think. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I guess, as far as the system thing goes, I guess we'll move on to the offensive moves they made then.
Yeah.
I guess,
Yeah, so
after Maclin.
So Maclin's gone, of course.
Off to Kansas City, yeah.
You and me were doing a show
last week, yeah.
And I said before we left that maybe you should go on Facebook quick because they just ended, free agency just ended, and I'm just like, I'm curious if the Eagles made any big moves during, I should say that, officially started at 4 o'clock. So, sure enough, Sam Bradford traded Nick Foles. Yep. And obviously the media already decided was getting giggly because they thought, it's night. It's going to be 20 for 10. It's the move that's going to set up the Marcus Mariota parade pretty much. Yeah. Now, you can have this long debate about Marcus Mariota here. I mean, I know you had. I know you did kind of a call out to all the haters. Well, Foreman is one of the haters.
Not the haters, but
Foreman in there is one of the haters. Okay, Foreman is one of the critics. I think this guy's pro-ready.
I just boil it down to simplistic, the schoolyard pick, and you look at skill sets and potential.
Okay, but you were really. One of the things that lost me was how high one of your things going towards him was. We had a pretty good combine. It's like, yes, he threw a perfect spiral
because
under no pressure from any defender and a wide open wide receiver running around.
His mechanics and his dropbacks that people were skeptical of, you know.
Once again, it's a little different when you're doing it and there's nobody coming near you.
Well,
I'm just saying.
He's got.
I will say. Okay.
He's got 4.5 speed.
Okay.
So does that mean?
Well, RG3 had a fast 40-yard dash time too.
Yeah, but that's RG. That doesn't. You know, if you got potential for something.
Okay. Tyler, look at this way. Marcus Mariota is not going to be Tim Tebow. I will say he can probably throw the ball.
Well, yeah. If you saw at the combine again, just the relief.
However, I think if this guy gets clobbered a few times, is he going to react how RG3 react? Which, according to Mike Shanahan, was I'm not going to scramble out of the pocket a whole lot anymore because I don't want to get jacked up. Keep in mind, you keep comparing Russell Wilson. What does Russell Wilson do that Colin Kaepernick doesn't do, that RG3 doesn't do, and that Cam Newton kind of started doing, but he still has not gotten the hang of it yet? He slides.
Yeah. And that's Marcus Mariota could do that too.
I don't think Marcus Mariota. I don't really see him slide a whole lot in Oregon. Like, great college football. I don't know why you have to worry there. You're probably faster than most of the linemen out there, but no, I don't know. I'm not sold on Mariota there.
I think, and
obviously the fact that his draft stock supposedly dropped slowly a bit might put. I think this guy. I'm calling right now. This guy might get, if the Jets don't take him at 6. The guy's going to get drafted outside the top 10, maybe even outside the top 20. He might go. He might fall as far as Manziel did. Because what was the same argument with Manziel? He's an athlete. No one's questioning Marcus Mariota is not a good athlete. The question is, can this guy play a pro system? Because he didn't play a pro system in college.
Yeah, but I mean, as smart as he is, I don't see why he couldn't learn that. You know, it's like one of those things.
But once again, it's almost like, okay, Tyler, people keep saying this about Tim Tebow. Well, he can learn. It's not easy.
He can't throw the ball though.
It's not picking. It's not like you pick. You have to play quarterbacks like riding a bicycle. It's going to come off natural instinct once you learn it all there.
But before Oregon, I'm sure he's ran a huddle when he played high school. I mean, I'm sure it's all.
We're going to go to high school now.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I'm sure it's stuff that can easily cut. You know, they say how he didn't run.
Game's going to be a little bit more fast than it was in high school.
I'm not talking about that. I'm saying about being, getting in a huddle and huddling up and playing.
Calling audibles. Calling audibles.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, in the Oregon offense, this was how they ran the offense.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a signal. Okay. And so there. Now it's going to be. Okay.
And I'm sure.
And then, okay. Change it up.
Yeah, and when Mariota went to college, he had to learn that. He had to learn how to run the system like that too, right? And it seemed like he adjusted fine to doing that.
Okay, Tyler. So, I'm just saying. What does history say about system quarterbacks in the NFL? It's not a good. But history.
It's not. But I don't think you can just make him.
Russell Wilson was not a system quarterback. He ran a pro offense at Wisconsin and NC State. His thing that hurt him was his size.
Right. Yeah, but
no one questioned his
skill set.
No one questioned.
Pretty complete.
Yeah, but he also ran a pro offense at Wisconsin and NC State, too.
Yeah, again, for instance, if
let me ask you this. If Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota, who goes number 1?
Well, Jameis Winston.
Okay, why?
Because he's been running more of a
pro-style offense.
But that doesn't mean that Marcus Mariota can't come to the NFL.
This is one reason why. This is one reason why I won't say this. This is one reason why he won't even get drafted the first round either. Because if you're going to draft him and you're worried about him learning the system, and therefore not having him start right away, then you don't draft the backup quarterback in your first round pick. You don't do it unless you're Green Bay. But that was once again outside the top 20, I believe, was when Rodgers got drafted. And even then, it wasn't Aaron Rodgers was like a top tier quarterback in that draft. He was somebody I thought should at least go first round, but. He wasn't like the top quarterback. I'm trying to think who the top quarterback was. It David Carr? Granted, he played for Houston, which was like an expansion team, and that's usually like a suicide wish sometimes from the professional league. Because Houston was a true expansion team.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
So your first season, you got scrubs. You're working with scrubs. So you're gonna have a shitty offensive line, shitty receivers. You're gonna get eaten alive, and I think that's why David Carr failed as a. Now, his brother Derek playing at Oakland, I think if he gave him a few more weapons, I think because he was the best rookie quarterback last year,
Yeah.
stat-wise. So, no. So my argument with Mark... So if the guy's going to be a starter, his only shot is Philadelphia.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I don't know.
Look,
Tyler,
Tyler,
I think he has the potential to be better than most quarterbacks.
Well, Harry Rosen said best about draft picks. It's just the lottery. You don't really know. The only thing you got to go based on these guys is the interviews you do of them, what they did at the combine, which is pretty much just they ran, they lifted weights, and they threw the ball a few times, and college highlight reels, pretty much. And, that's it. You don't know until you actually get out on that field whether you got a because a lot of the guys out there, as soon as they get hit for the first time by somebody hard, they either mentally have it or they mentally don't have it then. Because I'm just saying, RG3 was great his rookie season, and he was pretty much old RG3. You know, he did at Baylor. He ran the read option. He would scramble until he got jacked up that one time, and he had his knee get hurt. And all of a sudden, Mike Shannon said the guy was terrified to go out of the pocket now. And actually, you think about it, almost every time he gets hurt, goes out of the pocket.
Yeah.
So the guy's trying to stay in the pocket.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's as good as a thrower either. But that's part of it.
Colin Kaepernick isn't either, and
he's got a cannon arm, but he's a little erratic, I guess you could say, in a sense. But
I'm just saying there. I'm a critic because until I see this guy actually do something on a football field against an opponent.
Well, everybody at some point has to, is everybody coming out of college you could say the same thing about.
Okay,
that's the thing.
Okay, I understand that.
That's
there.
what I mean.
But to bash critics of a player,
it's not bashing critics. It's saying the guy has a pretty good skill set, better than what you have here at quarterback. Why?
Keep in mind the funny thing about the combine too is that really Kurt Warner. The funny thing was Kurt Warner was shitting on every quarterback. If you watch the NFL Network,
I heard a little bit of it.
He's like, well, that wasn't that good of a spiral, and the guy kind of took too many steps back, and I mean, he was clearly nitpicking, but I don't really sell for a quarterback at the combine as much as other people do, because what?
Neither. I mean,
are they throwing at targets? Are they throwing at targets? Are they trying to throw between hoops? Maybe accuracy challenges. No, all they're doing is they're bombing it. They're bombing it to wide receivers. They're either going to run a straight route or they're going to do a slant the last second.
Yeah.
But and like I said, as pro day, he took a little step back. He had some misses.
Yeah.
And that. I would say he was like Teddy Bridgewater to the point where he got his gloves or something like that, and that really screwed up his day in that. But I mean. What? I'm going to look at it this way. I don't think he's worth for Philadelphia. See,
it depends what you're giving up. I think that's the part of it.
Well, yeah, and like I said, I think it's finally officially time for Philly media to put the Marcus Mariota trade bait stuff away. It's not happening.
Yeah. I mean, if you listened to Chip Kelly last week, I mean, it seems like he's. Bradford might be the guy here.
I mean, because Bradford's going to be an amazing trade bait. No, he's not. $13 million? 2 ACL injuries? The guy has barely played. Was the last time he played a full season? What, 2009? 2008 maybe?
Yeah, well, he was still in college, but but that's probably true. Yeah, it's probably correct.
I'm
probably
just saying.
His rookie year, whenever he came out, it might have been the only.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, like I said, I don't know. No, like I said, supposedly Bradford ran like a no-huddle offense in Oklahoma, and he does have a quick release.
Yeah,
that's not the problem though. It's when it's going to happen when this guy has nobody open on a play, and he's just going to stay in the pocket. And he's going to get popped.
That's the thing, because he doesn't.
What happens?
Yeah.
Like I said, and like I said, at the end of the day, Bradford isn't even healthy yet.
Right, yeah, he's still recovering. Yeah, I mean, he's still recovering.
And he said his timetable was like training camp. So it means during minicamp, Mark Sanchez, the backup now, is gonna be running first reps.
Yep.
I would not be shocked, Tyler, if Mark Sanchez is a starting quarterback come week 1.
Yeah, to play it safe. I mean, because who knows? Maybe the recovery for Bradford, maybe it goes a little slower than expected.
Maybe Sanchez just outplays Bradford in preseason
maybe,
too.
Yeah. Who knows? But then again,
it's not a lot.
But again, Sanchez is making $9 million less or whatever. So.
He's making $9 million less, but Bradford only has one. Yeah. Until he restructured the deal, he only has one year left on his contract too. So it's like one and done. It could be one and done for Bradford affiliate too.
Yeah.
Especially if he doesn't work out.
Yeah.
No, but like I said, so so let's go to. Let's see. What did we? Mariota, Bradford.
I guess you go with the Ryan Matthews and DeMarco Murray.
Okay, yeah, okay, Ryan. So let's start with what eventually led to DeMarco Murray ending up in Philadelphia, because there was one key player that led to this even happening. Frank Gore was reported to have signed with Philadelphia. Now, granted, I would have laughed my ass off for people who were trying to sell this as a great deal, because it's old Frank Gore.
I
mean, good luck in Indy, but the guy I think is getting close to being way past his prime.
Yeah.
I would have laughed my ass off if this is the future.
I figured he wasn't going to be a full-time back or anything anyway, so.
And then when I heard Ryan Matthews' name, I laughed even more, because I'm like, this guy, once again, is just, he's so small, and he's so injury-prone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny how we landed now. Darren Sproles, who was originally the franchise back for San Diego for like 10 years, until he eventually, they cut a bait with him.
Yeah.
Went to the Saints for a year, kind of was inconsistent in the Saints. And then all of a sudden we got Ryan Matthews, who's the same deal. Was hyped up as the new franchise back in San Diego, there, and now all of a sudden he gets traded.
Yeah.
He gets cut because they want to find somebody new because Matthews gets hurt too much. So we got two of the former franchise running backs from San Diego on the roster. But Frank Gore all of a sudden at the last second, don't know if it was the fact. Some people said it's because Macklin jumped ship, and all of a sudden Frank Gore's like, huh. So there's like
maybe play with Andrew Luck,
Colts
have a chance to.
Colts actually have maybe a more viable chance of Super Bowl than Philadelphia.
Yeah, I think this year
probably making the playoffs too.
Yeah.
I mean, but no. So Frank Gore leaves. So then you have DeMarco Murray. Dallas obviously put the franchise tag on Dez Bryant.
Yeah, I think that was a
smart move. I mean, for me, I thought that was a smart move.
Yeah.
So they decided to let DeMarco test the market. DeMarco supposedly said he didn't want to leave Dallas yet. He liked living there and so on. I think his offers were Jacksonville and Oakland.
I don't think he was going to want to go there.
Well, Jacksonville actually made some splashes. Jacksonville made some splashes.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I guess.
I know he said this team could turn around. Was going to turn around last year.
Yeah,
I can say this in paper. Jacksonville is officially the third best team in the AFC South now.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Blake
Bortles too.
They are moving in a better direction than the Titans are right now.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Julius Thomas was a hell of a steal.
Yeah.
If they would have got DeMarco Murray plus the wideout that they got as well.
Yeah.
They actually got depth now in some positions now. So I think I'm not gonna say division title or even a playoff there, but I think third best team in the South now.
Yeah. There's
and like I said, if Bortles, this is what Bortles is doing. All he's do is outplay Zach Mettenberger and Ryan Mallett.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they're the second best team in the South. I'm not gonna go Andrew Luck yet, but that's all he has to do. All he has to do is outplay Zach Mettenberger and Ryan Mallett. And all of a sudden Jacksonville was number 2, and maybe that means wild card possibly, depending on what their schedule is.
Yeah. Another call.
Could be mom again. Could be dad maybe this time. But no. But so I looked at. Well, I might as well wait till the phone rings now because it's going to interrupt every time I talk now.
Thought process. But.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
So no. So DeMarco Murray. So I was actually thought he might sign with Jacksonville, but even then I thought maybe he might sign back with Dallas possibly. But then all of a sudden, there's rumors that Philly was. But then I think even Adam Schefter, when that first started, he's like, I don't think he's going to go to Philly because Dez Bryant told him not to go, and they're actually close. Those two are close in that.
I can imagine
it. So I wasn't buying that though, but I'm also like Philly. Chip's getting a lot of heat now over this whole Bradford Foles deal. There's no wideout. The wideout thing, depth has gone away. And his best running back he has to offer right now is Ryan Matthews.
Yeah.
So he needs something to try to at least turn the fan base around on the offense side of the ball. So I would not be surprised if they offer a shit ton of money to DeMarco Murray. Yeah. And even, and DeMarco's not going to be stupid. He'll probably just look at Jacksonville and Oakland and go, well, Philly has, I'm not saying Philly's going to be a playoff team. They got a better shot at being a playoff team than maybe Jacksonville and Oakland does right now.
Yeah.
And I want to play with a winner now, not wait like 5 years of that and so on. So, well, what the hell? So and Dave DeMarco signed to Philadelphia. I think people gave Chip too much credit for the signing.
I mean,
to me, it was luck. It was luck.
I mean,
if Frank Gore doesn't bolt to Indy,
right,
he's not even in on their radar.
Yeah, because you already got too many running backs.
And if fans are not shitting over Ryan Matthews and that, there's no way they go after a third running back then. So like I said, they signed Murray, took the money in that, and obviously there's people saying, well, maybe it was too much money for Murray, and well, how come Murray gets this money, but McCoy doesn't get the money in it? Now, granted, Murray is
a little less.
Murray is a way more physical back, but also Murray only had one good season so far as a running back.
Yeah, I mean, the thing was too, like the season before this past season, he saw more carries, but before that, he didn't really see a lot of carries. So I mean, he's kind of had two seasons. Obviously, this past season was a big where he got a lot of work. So. Now, talking about the Cowboys, though, immediately they signed Darren McFadden who got cut from the Raiders. Now, yeah,
I think as soon as that happened, Felix Jones was trending, who was a former running back for the Cowboys. Well, I think he tried out for the Eagles during preseason and got cut. I remember right.
Yeah.
Now, there's no secret that Jerry Jones is an Arkansas University alumni.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, much like many people who are close to the alumni, they like to favor players from said alumni. Darren McFadden, of course, was a stud at Arkansas University. Felix Jones was also a stud at Arkansas University. So I would not be surprised if Jerry, or actually, supposedly people said Jerry's not even making calls anymore. It's his son Stephen Jones is the one making calls now from a roster standpoint. So Stephen Jones, I guess he's an Arkansas alumnus too. But apparently, I guess he decided to sign Darren McFadden to the. No, that'd be fair. McFadden has shown some signs of being a great running back.
Yeah.
He did play at Oakland. It wasn't like Oakland had the best offensive line. He's going to be behind one of the best offensive line in the league next year. Maybe McFadden just lights it up again. I mean, look, he's the one about McCoy as well. In supposedly a pass-happy league now, quote-unquote, where running backs are viewed as a dime a dozen, as in, well, all you need is a good offensive line, and you can really sign any running back then, pretty much. That doesn't surprise me, but just the fact that, okay, Murray gets his money, McCoy doesn't. And keep in mind, McCoy's our franchise-leading rusher. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, once again, I don't know. But so there was that. So Murray got signed.
Yeah. And other than that, I mean, that was kind of the end of things.
Well, until
yeah.
Sports Adam Schefter reported that one Tim Tebow was spotted working out privately in Philadelphia.
Yeah, at the NovaCare complex.
At the NovaCare complex, which all of a sudden made Twitter explode.
Tebow time
it's Tebow time again. My comment was simple. I said, "Well, him and Chip go together. They're both clowns, and they both like turn an organization to a circus. So why not sign him? What the hell?"
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I also knew part of workouts.
I think it was. Just been
Jamarcus Russell's gone with these workouts too. He never got a contract.
Yeah, it might have just been Chip. I guess trying to be a good Samaritan for. I don't know.
Could have been a favor. Although there are reports coming out from reliable sources that Matt Barkley wants out. Barkley wants out, and if that happens, they need a third. Here's the thing I don't get about Philadelphia. We're one of the only few teams left that has like at least 3 active quarterbacks on the roster.
Yeah.
Most teams are go with 2 now.
Yeah.
And maybe have a guy in the practice squad, and so on. But I'm looking at our quarterback roster, and I'm like, okay, well, Barkley goes. So I guess I can see why we need a third one. But even then, I'm like, okay, so he's riding behind Bradford, injury prone, and Mark Sanchez. Yeah, the fans are not going to shit over this deal and not going to demand him to play at some point.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Chip has to know. Like, Grant, maybe for a coach doesn't speak to the media too much, he's not worried about the media circus that comes with Tim Tebow. Maybe Chip is another coach in there that really is immune to the media circus that comes with Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
But he's gonna have to. It makes no sense. The sign makes no sense. To say that he's got more of an up, that he has more of a favor to. He's thinking about Matt Barkley. I feel bad for Matt Barkley now.
Yeah.
This guy's had 0 shots at a starting job, despite the coaching carousel that has happened in Philadelphia the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Now that goes to, I guess, the final thing to talk about, because this to me is the thing that makes me more terrified about Chip Kelly as a coach, but also this organization
as a GM too now.
No, but also the fact that the way this organization is being run now, from top to bottom, this includes Jeffrey Lurie as well.
Right? Yeah, especially
the Harry Roseman, Chip Kelly bashing that they do to each other is just so unhealthy for an organization.
Yeah. It's really not.
It does not look good in public. It doesn't look good privately. Yeah. That these two guys hate each other's guts.
And they can't get along. Yeah,
and that apparently the only thing that's going to happen is that one sabotages the other. So I'm almost convinced now that the only reason Matt Barkley has seen zero playing time is because I think he's a Harry Roseman draft pick.
Yeah.
And Chip Kelly apparently doesn't want to play Harry Roseman guys.
Yeah.
That's supposedly that is supposedly the reason why Marcus Smith has never seen the field as a first round pick is because that was a Harry Roseman pick. So Chip was saying, okay, you can draft him. I'm not playing him though.
Yeah.
He's not my guy. He's your guy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, once again, someone brought us up about Chip Kelly too. Is that when you talk to him in interviews, he comes across as the smartest guy in the room. Keyword, comes across as the smartest guy in the room. Doesn't mean he is the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah. He
just has a personality that makes him reflect that he's the smartest guy in the room. I look at these moves here, and it comes across as, okay, fine, it's my team. I'm going to make some gambles.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Chip Kelly's job's not really on the line, because even if he gets fired by Philadelphia, he's going to get picked up by some college team just like that, get a shit ton of money just like that, and he'll also get the keys to that school. I mean, look, it takes... Right after Steve Spurrier's failed NFL run, he got picked up by South Carolina just like that. And all of a sudden, they gave him the keys to the organization. Now, it's South Carolina, who wanted to compete with Florida and Georgia and all these other SEC East teams, and all they really needed as a recruiting tool they felt was a solid head coach, so Steve Spurrier made sense. But I don't know, I'm looking at this and I'm just like, because here's the thing too. Originally, everybody looked at this as, this is part of moving up to get Mariota. Now, it's clearly, it was
after
just...
that press conference, especially.
Well, not just that, but it's clearly now who's on the roster now. This was, all it was I got to get rid of the guys that are not my guys and get guys that I think are going to be more of my guys.
Yeah.
That's all it really came down to.
I mean, he kind of basically...
Those guys weren't my guys, so here's my guys now.
Yeah.
Now, we get all the big
Except Riley Cooper, of course.
Well, it might... Maybe that is his guy. I mean, yeah, we can talk about the contract and the shit ton of money we gave him after one solid season, but maybe Riley Cooper is a Chip Kelly guy.
At least, yeah, I mean, that's I mean, they must hit it off. I mean,
Maybe. I mean, I guess we'll see. If he's starting, I guess Chip's still high on the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, he might also be starting too, because I don't know what the fans are going to be saying. If you're benching a guy that's getting paid this much money because he's not good enough.
Right, yeah.
I mean, look. I mean, Riley Cooper got very offensive when it came to Jeremy Maclin, and so and money and so on. And when it comes to catches and so on, did Cooper play a part behind the scenes in Maclin getting cut? Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's stealing my spotlight, guys.
Yeah.
This must be my year. No Deshaun Jackson. Now no Jeremy Maclin. It's my year now. Until Jordan Matthews probably gets the. I don't know. I mean, I think Philly's going to go wide receiver now.
In the draft, yeah.
In the draft. They always have to now.
I mean, kind of, yeah, I mean...
It's a deep class, like it was last year. It's not that deep,
It's not as deep as... Yeah, it's not as deep as...
And like I said, Tyler, I think once you get to, round 4, they start drafting guys that might not even make the final 53-man roster anyway.
Yeah.
You're just drafting guys just to fill rosters, just to get up to that magic number 90 or something like that. You're giving guys a shot pretty much at that point.
Yeah.
And maybe there might be a steal in there, but that's never always the case.
Yeah.
But it's usually after round 3, your legitimate guys are gone. Then you're going after guys that are going to be just trying to make the roster.
Yeah.
So you got to go wide out. Then I guess that you go offensive line, and then I don't know, maybe safety. I guess then.
Yeah, I mean they could use they had Nate Allen, and that was basically, and then they got rid of him. So
So,
That's a
so if I'm the
position.
Eagles, you go wide out, you go offensive line because you definitely need to fix the offensive line.
Yeah, they need to start.
Actually, apparently Evan Mathis is on the trade block.
Yeah, I've been
apparently.
hearing last week too.
So we lost Harriman and now Mathis now. So once again here,
Potential. Yeah.
once again, good luck to Marco Murray next year.
Yeah.
Because I'm serious.
I mean,
Seriously,
yeah.
it's going to be a way more. It's going to be a new offensive line, and that can be a hit or miss in the league.
Yeah.
You might get a lot of.
I mean, I think what he sees at least is he's like a straight ahead, but he's going to try to find the hole right of ways and everything. And
here's
holes are
the
there.
one thing about DeMarco though, that the Sean McCoy always had him beaten. Ball security.
Yeah.
DeMarco Murray always likes to have that
Right.
ball loose
yeah.
out there.
Fumble prone.
I mean, and like I said, and that was why a lot of Dallas fans were saying we can't have DeMarco carry this offense because he fumbles the football too often.
At the worst time, yeah.
So it always happens at the worst time of him. That happened. Green Bay.
Yeah.
He's very close to breaking and going for a touchdown. And all of a sudden, Julius Peppers just pops it out, and all of a sudden, Green Bay pretty much has the game locked up then. So, like I said, I don't know. But I look at DeMarco Murray, and it's like, okay, I think the Eagles lucked out there. Because he could have easily signed anybody else before Philly even was in the running. Yeah. And then,
not only that,
then who are you selling to the Philadelphia public? Ryan Matthews.
Yeah.
Kind of not a big sell, really.
I think they're going to try to mix the ball around between them a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
They're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna see Murray get 390 carries or whatever.
No,
not like a featured back.
No, but he's gonna get a bulk. He's gonna get a bulk of the carries.
Right. Yeah.
Because
he's the main.
You can't even it out like 33, 33, 33.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen in the league. Someone's gonna have to get a bulk of the carries, and it's always gonna be Murray. The problem's gonna be is
Matthews second.
Can Matthews make up for it and so on? Like I said, I think Polk's out. It sounds like they're trying to get rid of him. Then, I have no idea what it means for Matthew Tucker. I guess he's getting cut.
Yeah.
Barner, who we drafted, another Oregon guy, might add. He might be cut too. It's maybe practice squad possibly, but it's going to be pretty hard to vouch for these running backs having a fourth running back in the lineup.
Yeah. I mean, this is like 6 guys here we're talking about, so there's cuts to be made.
Yeah.
Come training camp time.
So like I said, I mean, to sum it up, I think right now the depth chart officially is going to be Sanchez until Bradford gets healthy and actually sees playing time.
Yeah, see how his recovery.
Sanchez is going to be the starter. He's worked the system before.
Yeah,
he had some success with the system. Granted, he's still Mark Sanchez.
He came back to.
I mean, look, I think Sal Paolantonio said great. It's just he doesn't get. I mean, and that's the other reason why here. It's just that Sal, for a guy who was preaching Chip Kelly all last year for the moves last year, he really has gone after the guy when he's on the Mike Missinelli show. Sal Powell almost nothing good to say about Chip anymore.
Yeah, he hasn't had. Yeah,
I mean, really, think about it. He has almost nothing good to say anymore.
Yeah,
and even Mike Missinelli's like, I have no idea. I don't know what this guy's thinking now. Because are you really going to
sell? Is there any kind of plan?
So like I said, Sal Powell, there was never a plan. The plan was never to get married. The plan was just to get rid of guys who he viewed did not buy into him.
Yeah. And I guess guys.
Now, fits. And like I said, all the guys apparently were the top offensive leaders last year. So who knows?
Yeah. So I guess that pretty much takes care of everything right now. Then I guess, doesn't it?
Yep.
As we got a guest in the room, but anyways, so that pretty much covers everything for this post free agency edition, I guess, of TW Sports Talk. And like I said, like we said earlier, maybe we'll do another one maybe as we get close to the draft or whatever. I don't know. We'll wait and see.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as the channel goes, we really got a couple editions of the Great Wrestling Debate coming up, I guess.
Yep.
And then maybe I'll do solo ones. I don't know. We'll wait and see. But that's pretty much covers everything. So thanks for tuning in to TW Sports Talk.